Handsome Jack here, and welcome to today's review. Now, I hope you guys enjoy this video because I have going to put a lot of facts into this weapon that I acquired. Now, we're going to be going over the FiveSeveN-X. This weapon I acquired, which is a legendary, is actually supposed to be the brand new legendaries that have just come out. Considering now it does 30 damage, it's still a very powerful weapon. Now, we're going to be going over the stats about it before we actually start using it. I just showed you what it's like in the training area just before. Now, today we're going to be going over this. Now, this is the stats of the weapon. And I'll also be going over what this gun is actually comparable to. Now, here we go. So we've got 800 fire rate for this weapon, which gives it a huge amount of kick. Of course, with 20 control, this weapon isn't that good with 800 fire rate, so you got to make sure this is as good as it really is. You got to make sure that you know how to use it before you can actually say that you're a pro, because this is a really hard gun to master. I've noticed, very hard gun to master. Now, we've got 30 damage for this weapon, which is actually not that good, considering it has 800 fire rate, and you can pull off enough accuracy to get headshots. 65 accuracy for this weapon is actually not that bad. Now, what I've noticed already with this weapon is it actually has quite a good kick behind cover. When you're behind cover and you're out of cover and you're shooting, this weapon is able to pull off some pretty tight shots. Especially with that fire rate, this gun is definitely be able to reach those targets between close to mid distance, and it's definitely a great gun to compare to the Oni pistol. The pistol itself has 43 damage, if I'm right. 41. But that's burst. So it's kind of like the fully automatic version of the Oni, but take away 10 damage. 11. You know what I mean. I think it's really comparable to the Oni, considering it is a fully automatic pistol. Anyway, let's get into the training area. So I want to show you the sort of the mix up of what I do. I go Halloween Vector with this thing because it's quite a good gun for rushing, I've noticed. So if you're using the Halloween Vector and this one, I'd probably go sort of an attack, rush, go cloak, behind cover sort of thing with this weapon. So if you're out of ammo, you can just switch straight to the next gun. It's really handy. It's really handy to have. Alright, so let's go over the damage it does. So I want to be pulling off headshots from, let's say, this distance. It does 41. So it does 41 damage, which is pretty good. So if it's 41 damage, that means it will take 3 to 4 hits for assault. See there, you just saw a 75 headshot crit. That's really good. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So about 4 shots, headshots, anyone. Probably 3 or 2 even for recon. So anyway, this gun does a base damage of 30, but does 27. So 27 damage compared to this one, which is a Vector. 30 damage. So it's pretty similar. Pretty similar damage. Now let's do a distance check on this weapon. Now this weapon you can reach from about here to about 60 meters. Tap firing this weapon, you can pull off really good shots, like I'm right here, and you can kill targets from 60 meters easy peasy by tap firing. But remember, you will run out of ammo, so I just throw a random grenade. Fuck. And yeah, you can kill them just like that. 22 headshot damage from 60 meters, and you're getting about 20 crit there. Very nice weapon. And it's very quiet. It has a silencer, the same silencer it has on the FiveSeveN Splinter Cell, which gives it the edge of being the most quietest weapon in the game. Another stat it has, or another feature it has, is the laser. as you can see there, I can pinpoint my laser across the map. So it has its own laser, its own reflex scope, which I very like, and its own silencer, which is the same as the sponsor cell, and the Far Cry one. Considering I actually got the Far Cry pistol lately, I compared that one to this weapon and noticed the fire rate difference. I actually quite like the Splinter Cell pistol, considering it has more fire rate than the Far Cry one and more effective for some reason. Considering this weapon is very similar to the new VG pack pistol, same skin, but silenced, reflex scoped, and obviously the laser detonator. So this weapon is really hard to get. Now I'm going to go over the chances of this weapon, how to get this weapon. If you really want this weapon, you'll have to open boxes. Now the chances of this is about 3% platinum. I think 5% diamond box, and I think maybe the same for gold. I'm not sure, but it's around about 3-5% if you're looking at some of the high boxes. Best chance is getting a diamond box. Get yourself one of these legendaries. But of course there's a few of them around, so getting a specific legendary is going to be pretty tricky. Do I like this gun? Big question is, yes, I do like this gun, but is it worth getting? Now the chances of this weapon is very low, like you can see, the stats I've just given you. Out of all the weapons in the game, it is very low chance. Actually, I think it's more like 0.3% chance. Like, that's how low. I might be wrong. But anyway, this weapon, if you've got the Oni pistol, stick with the Oni pistol. Because if you've got that already, then you don't need this weapon. I mean, it's only good if you want to go behind and flank people. It's mainly a flanking weapon, so if you really want this pistol, but you can't get it, you just don't have the boxes or the money to do it, and if you got the Oni, just stick with the Oni, because the Oni is basically the most similar weapon to the FiveSeveN-X as possible. So alright guys, I'm gonna pack my shit up here and leave you guys to comment and like away. And thank you guys for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you and goodbye.